Hi my loves, and welcome to my channel. My name is Erica. This is GypsyCowgirlTarot. I am a psychic medium, and I hope that everyone is doing amazing today. So this is going to be a channeled message from Mary Magdalene, Mother Isis, and Lilith, okay? This is Divine Feminine Rising energy, Divine Feminine back on her throne energy. This is a message of hate is gonna hate. No, but really what this message is all about is it's coming through in the way of giving yourself permission, okay? So I am speaking to whoever finds this reading, okay? All three of these energies are Divine Feminine, Ascended Masters, and Goddess energy, okay? So, you know, Ascended Masters, they've walked the earth, they've done the human journey, they had to fully ascend back into their true divine selves, divine nature, which is what we're doing right now, right? So they have done what we are here doing, okay? So they're extremely compassionate and they're extremely helpful, and they're here for guidance. They're here to be guiding lights on these journeys back to our true divine selves, right? So sorry guys. Okay, so as soon as I started with this message, I'm starting to get a lot of heaviness in my heart and throat stuff. Like I feel like I need to clear my throat. I need to feel like I need to clear my chest. So that's like, okay. So giving yourselves permission and clearing the heaviness. All right. So allowing yourselves to clear what is weighing heavy on you. They are helping with this. They want you to call upon them, work with them. So Mary Magdalene, you're up first, Mary Magdalene. So she says, call me Sister Mary. And she is, you are a sister to us. We know that you do not hold yourself as higher or better, that you hold yourself as equal, because we are you, I am you, you are me, we are one, right? So, all right. If you are new here, my loves, when I break away, when I look away, when I'm just in full channel mode where I'm connecting, I'm channeling. So I tend to look away, break away, you know, so I'm in a full, okay, she says this one, yeah. The sacred waters, nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care. Okay, so give yourself permission for this right now. This keeps coming up. I keep talking about it and talking about it and talking about it, and then the cards will come out to back it up. But this is a time of extreme ascension, right? And like we're ascending at like exponential amounts right now. Like we are really, really going high right now, okay? And receiving a lot, especially right now with the energies of the Sirius Gateway portal, etc., 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 okay? Mary Magdalene is coming through. She's right here. She's right here. her essence, her energy is right here. She has her hand right here upon my shoulder, just very, very softly, and she's she's bringing up Mary Magdalene Day, the day in honor of Mary Magdalene, which is July 22nd. So it's coming up. This year I will be doing something special for it. I do every year. Last year, I'm gonna do the same thing I did last year. I'm gonna do a little weekend getaway to really just connect and to honor her and her journey and who she is still now to us and to myself. So a whole thing for her. So if you're feeling called and guided, if you're connecting with Mary Magdalene, which she's letting me know that for many of you guys tuning in, man or woman, it doesn't matter. she's coming to you and she's showing up for you. But this is going to be predominantly for a lot of the women here. So she's really guiding you to live in your truth and to not be ashamed of who you are, to stand in your true divine feminine power, and to not be ashamed at who you are, and to not let anyone else shame you for who you are and what you're about and what you look like and the things that you're into and whatever else it is. Okay? This is a time for rest, self-care, nourishing yourself. Visiting bodies of water is coming through a lot. So being near sacred waters, waters of Mother Earth, whether that's the ocean, a creek, a river, you know, a lake, you know, whatever it is, okay? Being near natural bodies of water, period. Honoring yourself in a cleansing bath as well right now, 6/6 on the timestamp. So Mary Magdalene, this is coming from Mary Magdalene. I'm connecting directly with her right now, okay? There's a lot of heart clearing. A lot of heart clearing, you guys. I feel like all of a sudden, like my whole, and I'm getting chills at my right leg. I feel like my whole like chest area is like an elephant is sitting on it, and like my lungs are like heavy, you know. So there's this extreme need, and she's, as I'm saying this, right, she's going like yes, yes. There's this extreme need to be honest with self, and it's like you're not living your life and you're not doing things that bring you joy. You're not doing things that like really make you happy, bring you joy. You know, whatever this is, stress therapy, you know, like gardening for me, being out connecting, watering my plants, you know, pulling weeds or doing whatever it is that I need to do, right? That is therapy for me. That is my time of connecting, my time of relaxation, my time of meditation, you know, all of that, right? So she's saying that you need to give yourself permission for that, okay? She is assisting you with that, and she would love, love, love for you to call upon her, okay? She wants to assist in helping you cleanse in sacred waters. She wants to anoint you, is what she, okay. She wants to anoint you with her crystal, the way that she's saying it is her crystalline rose rays. She wants to anoint you in the light of her crystalline rose rays, okay? Rays of light. And look, all these cards, look at this, all these cards fell down, 2 of them face down, so we'll put those back, 2 of them face up. And as Mary Magdalene is saying, I want to pour and bathe you, anoint you in my crystalline rose rays, okay? Say that 10 times fast. These are the 2 cards. They're both about flowers, the bud and the second bloom. This is your second bloom. Give yourself permission to light up, to be seen, to shine. Okay, what does this say? The bud, potential. She goes, remember your potential. Okay, remember the promise you made to self when you incarnated here. Okay, it's time to make a promise to yourself that you're going to fulfill your greatest potential. It's time to make promises to self that you're going to keep going. It's time to make promise to self that you believe it's all about to happen. It's just going to happen for you, because it is. It says it's about to happen. My gosh. I can't believe like the blockage that I'm like it's like everything is just blocked from like here up. So that's why I was called to do this. And that's why, you know, Mary Magdalene, Isis, and Lilith all came through today, okay? They really are wanting you to, the biggest message that came through with them and why all 3 of them came up, and I'll quickly like kind of go through, is your sexuality, your femininity, your masculinity, your whatever it is, right? But this is about whoever's tuning in. You giving yourself permission to be seen. No more hiding. No more dimming, your looks, this is about being fully authentic in who you are in every single way. And what they're saying is, for a lot of you guys tuning in, there's a lot of sexual shame here, where you guys are afraid to like really exercise your sensuality, to really show and be sensual, to be sexual in that way, because we've been shamed, because we've been taught that it's a sin. It's not, you gotta, it's sinful for this, it's sinful for that. You gotta cover up, you gotta do this, you gotta do it, right? And now I'm not saying like, go all out and just, right? Like, what I'm saying is like, it's okay to feel beautiful. It's okay to feel good in your skin. It's okay to have pride in that. It's okay to feel sexy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. 11:11, right as I look up and say that. Okay, so the bud, potential promise, it's about to happen, and keep going. And then you have the second bloom. This is what's about to happen. So letting you know that you're in your second bloom. This is your time. Like when a flower blooms, it doesn't hold one or two petals back that aren't, when the flower blooms, it's in full bloom. All the petals open up. You are in full bloom. All your petals are open. No holding back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals because of shame or embarrassment or worry what this person might say or think, or do you know what I mean? Live authentically. And this is about self-expression too, okay? So, here's the thing, is that as we ascend, everything ascends with us, right? So your taste in food is going to shift and change and be different and ascend. Like maybe you've, not liked vegetables your whole life. Well, as you ascend, you're tuning more into the natural frequencies, the real stuff, right? So you might shift where you're getting more high vibrational, where all of a sudden you're craving vegetables. You want vegetables because they're from the earth, because they're high vibrational, and you're not resonating with certain dense energies anymore, Your taste in clothes might change. Your exterior might change, right? Maybe you're becoming more creative, and maybe your sense of style is shifting and changing, and maybe you're wanting to express that through the way that you dress, but maybe you hold back. Maybe there's certain things that you would love to wear and do and whatever, right? But you're like, oh, if I go out in society, I'm going to look ridiculous, or people are going to judge me, or, whatever. And this is a time, again, where they're saying, especially Lilith is coming forward, and Mother Isis, but Lilith is coming forward now, like very heavily, like, this is it. Like, this is it, sister. This is it, brother. This is your time. You got to step fully into who you truly are in every aspect of who you are. Okay? A second chance, it's never too late, and new possibilities. So it's like a second chance at life. This is your second act, your second bloom. It's your second chance. It's your clean slate, your fresh start. What does that look like for you? Okay? Now, what this is also about is, second chances in love. Soulmate energy for sure coming through in this one. Twin flame energy for sure coming through. Mary Magdalene and Isis. Okay? Both energies are like alert when I say this, because both of them are twin flames. Okay, so a lot of just energy kind of coming in, but the biggest part of this message again is about giving yourself permission. You got to really shine this light. Okay, so let's get a little bit more into that. Tell us more about this self-expression, about shining their light, and about being their most authentic true selves in this. Yeah, so okay, going back to like, your outer appearance, let's say you're, take my age for instance, right? I'm hugging 40, all right? I'm going to be 39 in October. And, you know, I wear what I want, you know, but trust me, my inner child is really starting to come through, and just my real, you know, goddess like priestessy energy coming through, right? Even more so. And what I mean by that is not so much, you know, metaphysically or spiritually, which of course, yes, that too. But I mean, like, I'm shifting, where I'm feeling more called to, you know, wear certain kinds of dresses and very flowy clothing, and just stuff that kind of matches who I am, right? Stuff that is an extension of my inside. The exterior matches the interior, you know what I mean? What is in my heart and soul is going to be shown and reflected on the outside of me, right? Now, I'm not saying that, you know, if you're a high priestess or you're spiritual or whatever, that you have to dress like that, right? No, in fact, I disagree with that, right? It has become such a fad, such a, you know, again, it's like a style almost, right? To be spiritual. You know, people, oh, I'm an empress, I'm so spiritual, you know, so I'm gonna wear white robes and all kinds of jewelry and feathers in my hair, and, you know, get the flower of life tattooed on my neck and be all like this all the time, you know, and then people will know that I'm a spiritual baddie. You know, it's not like that. You know, some of the biggest high priestesses that I know, all right, they look like soccer moms. You know what I mean? Like, you just never know, and that's not what I'm saying this is. But I can feel it, I know it, and these goddesses here with me right now, okay, are affirming it, that you are rising up and that it is time to express yourself in all fronts. You do not dim and keep your self-expression and your throat chakra closed because you are with someone or you have friends or something where they may go, you're wearing that? Like, what? Like, you've never dressed like that before, you know, like, all of a sudden your style's just changing. Like, you've never, do you know what I mean? And people will say that kind of stuff. And this is the time where we go, other people's opinions are none of our business. When we hold ourselves back, we hold other things back. Like our manifestations, our abundance, our higher timelines. So they're here like going, sisters, brothers, it is time for you to fully express. This is going to be hit home for a lot of women, I know for sure, because a lot of women out there have been conditioned to be judged off of their looks, right? Are you, you know, do you dress sexy enough? Are you too sexy? You're showing too much. You're not showing enough. You know, with a body like that, maybe you shouldn't wear that. You know, there's all these things that have been conditioned around the physicality of things, right? That women have had to fit the mold for so long, right? So it's time for everyone to step out of the mold of what society thinks that we should look like, or what our spouse thinks that we should look like, or what anyone else thinks about anything. And it's time to fit the mold and step into the mold and be the mold of self, of truth, of your divine essence. Okay? I've been with people in my past, my loves, that have been overbearing, jealous, just insecure, right? You know, aren't those shorts a little short? Oh, I think your cleavage, I think it's showing a little too much. You know, you're going to wear that. Everyone's going to be staring at you. You know, those leggings really show your butt. You know, I don't want you wearing that out. I don't want you wearing that there. And I would do it. My power was taken away. My light was dimmed. My truth was choked. You know, and it's not like I'm some, you know, like floozy walking around trying to, like, you know, wear Daisy Dukes and whatnot. Like, honestly, this right here is like the most I show, like, you know, and anyways, and for a long time, I had it like ingrained in me that like I would find myself like pulling my shirts up and like covering and like hiding myself because of fear, because of what someone might say or think or whatever, because that's what I've consistently dealt with and heard. And do you know what I mean? I've broken those patterns, and no one will ever, 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 ever have a say in what it is that I put on my body or wear ever again. Ever again. Confirmation. We are taking off, honeys. We are moving on. Okay? Quickly. You hear that? Quickly. Okay? So give yourselves permission to fly high, to look sexy, to stand in your feminine power, and to emanate that out. If it makes some other people uncomfortable or uneasy, oh well. We send them love. And we pray that whatever inside of them that is broken and shattered, and all the things that make them that way around another person who's very confident, right? We pray that those parts heal, that those parts are accepted, that those parts are no longer shamed, that they themselves can find that, right? So my beautiful goddesses here, my beautiful sisters here, right? That's what they're doing. They're helping the feminine collective with that, right? But there's free will, right? So they're not going to intervene on your behalf. So you gotta call them in. You gotta work with them, which many of you guys are, which is why they're here. Mary Magdalene says, dear, well, the way that I'm hearing it is like, it's, even though she wasn't British or anything, like the way that I'm hearing it is like, dear sister, you know, like that, dear sister, do not diminish your light. You are a high frequency being with a high purpose, meant to soar with the heavens and with the stars. This is your time to step fully into the robes of your divinity and out of the cloak of the facade. Rise, sisters, rise, and remember, you are oracular priestesses of the highest divine orders. And this is your time to shine, to rise, to be heard, to be seen. You are no longer a vessel. You are the vessel, the way back to home, to source, to freedom, to love. Your sensuality is unmatched. Your sexuality is welcomed. Stand in it. Ignite those flames. I anoint you with the rose flame. I anoint you with the sacred rose, crystalline, diamond codes. When I come to you, envision me gifting you with rubies in your hand. You guys, as I'm channeling this from Mother Mary I said Mother Mary, oh my gosh, see, she's Mary Magdalene directly. I'm sitting here and I don't know if you guys heard it, but the flame went out of nowhere, all on its own. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this right here actually, so you guys can see. Can you guys actually see this back here? No, I don't want to sit it too close. Okay, woo, so I got, if you've done like sessions with me before, like healing sessions and just like sometimes readings, but mostly like past life readings and healing sessions, that kind of stuff will come through a lot where I'm connecting to, you know, goddesses, ascended masters. You know, sometimes I connect to like the Pleiadians or the Arcturians or, you know, the Priestesses of Avalon, but I get fully pulled in to where I'm just like directly just saying what they're saying. I'm just repeating the transmission that's coming through. So that's what I was getting pulled into right now, and it was strong. It was very strong, and now I can't even remember what it was that I was saying. Like I can kind of remember, but let's go ahead and just, it's time for you to fully engage with all of the lost parts of yourself. That's what this is, okay? And it's okay. The parts of yourself that have been lost, that you have not been engaging with, or that you've been afraid to engage with or ashamed to engage with, those are the parts of you that are going to ignite your greatest life, your deepest desires. It's like you coming back into this wholeness. And when you do, you're unstoppable. Okay? Again, when a flower blooms, all the petals unfold. Not just most of them, and a few that are afraid to unfold and see the light don't. Everything opens. The rose thread, your inner call, soul-led, the mystic, living courageously. You see, look at this. Look at the sisters showing up, pouring the waters upon you, anointing you, showing you, letting you know. Sex, that is not shameful. Is it powerful? Yes. Will you go to hell if you engage in union before marriage? No. But is it sacred? Yes. Is it very powerful? Yes. You can create very powerful things while in sexual union. The state of ecstasy, which is orgasm, right? That's euphoric, it's ecstatic, it's extreme bliss. But in these moments, there is like the power here to create worlds, to open very powerful portals, to do very powerful healing work for the world, okay? I don't want to get too deep into it, but those of us who are, you know, a part of these lineages, okay, we can remember. And even if you don't remember, when you hear people talk about it, it's resonant to you. Like, that sounds right. That feels right, right? Okay, the rose thread, it's like the red string of fate. You know what I mean? It's like it can never be broken. The rose thread, meaning for many of you, you're sisters of the rose lineage. It can never be broken. You are part of this lineage, and everyone in this lineage has your back, and they're helping you, and they will continue to do so because you have helped many. You have helped many throughout lifetimes, whether you remember or not. This is your calling. This is who you are. Your soul is being led, soul-led. Your soul has led you here. And now it's time to open up to the rest of your divinity without judgment of self and without allowing other people to judge. Look at Temple of the Rose. There we are. Okay, look. You know what's so beautiful about this? Look at this. There's 3 of them. I'm going to switch decks right now too. Look at this. Mary Magdalene, Isis, Lilith. I told you guys that there was 3 of them with me specifically and who they were. And there you go. What does it say? Ancient power. Do you see? I had to get up for that one. I was like, woo, woo. Ancient power. Korashati arakiara toria shakoriataki. Di arashani arakotia. Diara shakoria takia takia. Dora shamiana. Doria shatia. Doria shatia. Doria shatia. Opening up, opening up, opening up. Solar plexus. Piara shakoriata. Diara sha. Opening up, opening up, opening up. Koriata kiara shatia. The heart chakra. Niawe, 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 niawe. Iarato shaki, iarato shaki, iarato shaki. Shaki. The throat. Opening up the throat. Opening up the throat. Koriamiana. Koriamiana. Kirato shako. Kirato shako. Kirato shako. Koriakati. 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 Opening up the sacral. Opening up the sacral. Oriashamina. Oriashamiana. Miana. Miana. Koria. The root. Koreta shaki. Diana. Di arasha koriata. Di arashako iana. Kirata kiara shakti. Doreshemiana. Di akarete arasha koriata. Di arashaki. Doria shaki. Di arashawe. Di arashaki. Di arashawe. Di arashaki. So it is. Aho. Okay, so I just was called by, full on just, whoo, okay, to do some clearing work, okay, in the solar plexus, the heart chakra, the throat. I told you, I felt blocked from here up. I can still feel it, but it's better than it was. But the throat, the heart, the solar, the sacral, the root, okay? So for anyone who watches this, okay? Anyone who watches this, right? If you don't wish to receive the healing or activation, you know, you just, I don't want to receive this, you know what I mean? Otherwise, it's just gonna, you know, but it's more so for the collective, a collective root clearing, a collective solar clearing, a collective, right? Okay. So, and it was, you know, very much guided by my higher self and by Lilith, Isis, and Mother Mary right here, okay? So that was my ancient power shining through, okay? Ancient power, expression, activations, scarlet codes. Did I not say what Mary Magdalene was saying to me? Now I can't remember exactly. She said her crystalline rose rays, meaning her crystalline rose-colored rays of light, her rays that she brings forth, her rays, her essence. Okay? The color red, scarlet, is going to be very powerful for you right now. Maybe burning scarlet colored candles, red candles, setting the intention of Mary Magdalene coming through. You know what's so funny about that is, look, my loves, is just today, I felt called to pick a couple of my red hibiscus flowers from my red hibiscus tree, bush, whatever. Red hibiscus is very powerful, very potent. There's actually like health qualities to it for your physical vessel, but also look up the spiritual meaning of it, okay? But it's just funny because it's the red, it's the scarlet, you know? And I wasn't anticipating this message. The scarlet codes are activating you now, anointing you, activating you, okay? 3434 as I look up, all right? So let me go ahead and just get a couple tarot cards here. So very powerful messages, you guys. If you've been following with me, you know, for a while now, I'm sure that you've seen like how the message, you know, I'm ascending. I'm ascending. So my channel's going to ascend with me. My messages are going to ascend, meaning they're going to get higher vibrational. They're going to get more in depth. They're going to get more, you know, where it's stuff like this, where it's talking about just very high vibrational, high dimensional things. Okay. It's the Three of Pentacles. Look at this. The very last card from this deck is the Temple of the Rose, and it's the 3 goddess energies, right? And the very next card is a 3. See? 333, my loves, is the Ascended Masters. So that could be a sync. You guys are seeing 333, 33. You know, it's also, the 3 is the Holy Trinity. It's God's source, feminine and masculine, right? Whoops. I just knocked down my Palo Santo. But this is about building, teamwork, collaboration. This could also be about your creativity. Maybe you do macrame. Maybe you make things like dream catchers, or you're really good at stuff like this, you know. It's about building, all right? So working well with others, building, teamwork makes the dream work. It's all that, right? So they're letting you know, we are collaborating with you. We are working with you to build strong strongholds, to build strong foundations, you know. This is the first cornerstone of the 10 of Pentacles. So they're letting you know stability is entering your life. We are helping with this in a huge way. You may also be called to work with children, or just work with other, you know, other people, helping them in one way or the next. If there's anything, you know, if there's situations in your life right now, okay, where there's no flow, there's resistance, right? Then that's where you gotta let it go. If there's no flow, it's gotta go, all right? If it ain't in the flow, it's gotta go, okay? Okay, for some of you guys out there, you may have been put into a third party, okay, that, you know, again, I don't know the situation or the details, right? But I'm just getting that the sisters here are saying that for some of you guys, you have found out about third parties. You've been hurt by third parties. There's some attachments here still from that, or involved with that, and that's got to be released and let go. They're also letting you know that these beautiful collaborations, partnerships, and this, you know, the stuff that you're going to start building, okay, it's things where you never feel like this again. And if you're currently feeling like this, that's why they're here. They're letting you know, do not deceive yourself by being, you know, by letting your thoughts get the better of you, by letting anxiety, fear, and worry get the better of you. Stop running from things. It's time to face them. We're facing them with you. We are right here. Okay? Again, this could also be, you know, a runner energy, someone who, you know, it doesn't really feel like the runner like in my readings, right? It feels like people who've ran from you. You know, it's like instead of like, you've known a lot of like just shady people. Through the shade, right? You can't have shade without light, right? So through the shade is how the light has been discovered and found, right? And that's how you became this Queen of Cups energy, where you're loving yourself unconditionally. This is that. This is what the Ascended Ones and the Goddesses are here telling you. We are here helping you to love yourself fully. We want you to be in full surrender, just like she is right here. Unconditional love means there's no conditions that can change how you feel about yourself. There's not anything someone else can say to you that is going to change the love you feel for yourself. Do you know what I mean? There's not a look someone can give that's going to make you question yourself. There's not anything anyone can do to falter your unconditional love for self, you see? And that's what they're guiding you with. And that's what they're saying. If you're not there, if you're still in these places, which we all are, we all have things that we want to fix with self. And do you know what I mean? Like, oh, if my lips were just a little bigger, my face would look more better. Or, you know what I mean? I would look prettier with this. Or, if only this little part of my nose was, or, I just want to lose, 5 pounds, or I want to lose 50 pounds, whatever it is, they're going, you're perfect just the way you are, but self-improvement for health and for, things that are going to make you feel better and all things, as long as you're doing it for you. You're not doing it for validation. You're not doing it because if you do this, then this person will think you look better. Or, if I lose 50 pounds, then, then my husband will change and then he'll want me and our whole relate. No, it's like they're showing you you're perfect the way you are. But this is a time for you to rise and shine and be fully in that power. Okay? So do not be ashamed. This is your time. This is your time. Look at this, the world and judgment. And then look at this. There are passionate new beginnings here for you. Okay? Lilith is coming forward. She's coming forward and she's letting you know here with judgment and this energy. Okay? Throw it in the flames. Work with her. Call upon her. Give it to her. She's helping you to burn it all away, to burn it all down. But she's also helping you to face the darkest parts of yourselves, to face the darkest, deepest depths, shadow, the parts of yourself that you're the most ashamed of, the parts of yourself that you feel the most judgment over within self. She's letting you know it is being burned away. I'm helping you to burn it all out of your mind. This is your time to rise. Full alignment. Your whole life, your whole world is changing. Okay? The universe has your back right here. The goddesses have your back right here. Lilith has your back right here. She is the goddess deity of that energy of facing your darkest shadows, helping you to face them, transmute them. She is that. She brings forth that energy of the underworld and, all of that. She's often shown with a snake or like a black python because it's transformation. It's your time to shine. You've reconnected and pray, give it up. Give it up. Give it up to us. Give it up to God, God's source, right? Release all of the inner judgments. Release all of the judgments from the outside world because you are protected. You have this beautiful light bubble around you. You are protected from this, from all of the outside forces. And that's what they wanted you to know. And that's why it came through this way. And that's why they're showing up so strongly in the message. And if I wasn't 42 minutes in, because I swear it just flies by the time when I'm channeling and sharing. I would channel more direct messages. In fact, I think I'm going to do more readings like that. Maybe I'll do like channeled messages, like a reading from Lilith and Isis and channel some messages from them. Because I barely got to channel with Mother, oh my God, see, Mother Mary wants to come through again with Mary Magdalene, and look how powerful that was, right? So we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna, because there's way more to this. The temple, treat your body like the temple that it is. Okay, there's passion igniting. This is all about the sacral chakra energy. We are ending this message with the same energy of the message that came through of why I did this message from them in the first place, okay? Really helping you to embrace your sacred sexual energy, to emanate it, to utilize it, to use it to create. Okay, many of you guys watching this, you're celibate. You've been protecting your energy field. You've been protecting your sacred sexuality and your temple and your body. Okay? And now is the time where you're going to start connecting to that. You soon will be in the temple in the fiery flame of your own inner flame. Okay? Meaning your own sexual energy and passion and all that. Soon it's going to be ignited so big in your life again. Soon. Okay, I promise you. All right? what I'm seeing is like you're actually in a full like astral projection ceremonial space where you are astral projecting and you're surrounded by the fiery flame of your own passion and sexual energy. Okay? If you know, you know. If you know, you know, right? But they're letting you know. It's time to embrace this, not be ashamed of it. Okay? There's nothing shameful about it. You are freaking hot. You are sexy. You know, it is okay to strut that stuff, to live in your truth and power and be confident and own it, honey. Own it. Right? We did not rise and do the work that we're doing to dim our light because we make someone else uncomfortable, or because this person might judge us, or our parents, or, you know, this or that, right? No. Okay? It is time, divine timing. The fruits of your labor are here. It is your time to shine. Okay? Let's see what else. Let's see what else wants to come through. You know what? I'm gonna do this real quick. All right, so I love you guys, and I send you love. Also, lots of love coming. Look at this. Face the shadow. Prayer. Look at this. Look at that. Send it up. Know that your prayers are being answered, but it is time to ask for help, guidance, to pray. And I just got done. Lilith was the last one to came forward, right? Lilith is that. She governs that shadow energy. That's what I said. She has the black pie. I just said all that. Look at that. Okay, so work with Lilith. Work with Lilith to assist in that. Those of you guys where maybe you feel like, you know, maybe you feel like your physical body and your physical appearances and all of that, maybe it's been a struggle. Maybe that's where your biggest lessons lie. Okay? Maybe you've struggled with weight. Maybe, you know, maybe you're someone where you're not, you know, where you're not like, you know, your average height, like you're not an overweight person, right? But maybe it's a mental disorder, right? So, or an emotional thing where you've struggled, and maybe you've struggled with, you know, eating disorders or other things. You know what I mean? It's okay. Forgive yourself. This is the time to forgive yourself. This is the time to not judge. This is the time to ask for help, prayer. Okay? Call upon these energies. Kali Ma is another one, okay? And for me, I feel like Kali Ma and Lilith are like a tag team. I feel like those two, whenever you need some serious transformation and transmutation and help with the shadow, those two right there and injustices, they are like the dynamic duo, okay? All right, so for the collective watching, what other messages? The unseen. It's the unseen help, the unseen forces. This is about facing the unseen, but it's also about letting your true self be seen. The unseen, unclaimed, disowned parts of self, those are the ones that need to be seen. Look at this, the mask. It's time to stop hiding. Stop showing only half of who you truly are. See, this is your awoken, divine, goddess, you know, godlike self, right? This is when we're asleep. This is the parts of us that we hide, that, you know, we're ashamed of, that we don't, you know what I mean? And they're going, none of this. None of this. It's all or nothing. Do you know? Okay, so Mary Magdalene, she's letting you know, all or nothing. Isis, all or nothing. Lilith, all or nothing. You know, Mary Magdalene came from a very prominent family, and she has, through history and patriarchal rule, been labeled as a whore. Can you imagine what that would do to someone who, you know, was, I mean, come on, the whole world for thousands of years now has called her that and labeled her as that, when that was not the case at all. And she's here with still complete adoration of humanity. She still loves everyone. She comes forward with so much compassion, so much love, but she's also fierce AF. Mary Magdalene is fierce AF, but she's beautiful. She's sexy in her own right. Powerful, an oracle, a high priestess, a magi. Okay? But she's also humble, kind, nurturing, compassionate. She's the embodiment of love. Okay, let's get one more. The mirror and the village. See, this is, they're here to help. This is, the village is, it's your tribe. It's your spirit team. Temple of the Rose, you see? Village, look at this. This even almost reminds me of Jesus's thorn of crowns, you see? It's like deserty almost, right? But look at all the sun and the solar energy, okay? And these soft pinks and like reddish tones. That's the rose. That's the Sisters of the Rose. That's the rose lineage. That's the rose energy, okay? All right, and then this is that solar, taking back your power, standing in your truth, lighting yourself up fully energy, okay? And then the mirror. See, because we're mirrors. That's what they're wanting you to know. We reflect back that which we are to others, and they, them to us, right? We're all just a mirror. If we're all one, right? If this is all just one, let's say, right? Let's say there's 8 billion people in the world, and there's 8 billion mirrors of the one. And we're all reflecting back aspects of the one. Okay? Does that make sense? All right. So what they're saying here, my loves, is that you are a mirror, and don't forget that. Okay? So when you live in your truth, all right, trust me, you have a village backing you. You have the universe backing you. You're going to impact many. You're going to impact many by being a mirror to them. And the way that we do that, the highest and greatest good for all and for self, it's not hiding. It's not shaming. It's not, I'm not going to be who I truly am and express myself because I'm afraid and because people judge me and make fun of me and, you know, they'll talk crap behind my back and, you know, gossip. Like, who cares? In fact, I did a spiritual message just a day or two ago, and they came through, and it was on the 7/7 portal, and I was connecting to my galactic family and my Syrian Council of Light, and I was pulling from my one spiritual deck that I made, and the card came out and it said, "Who cares what they think?" That's this. You are the mirror. So it's time to go out and reflect to people and show people the aspect of themselves that they want to be, that they want to grow into. And maybe that's the part of themselves that they're afraid of, so they shame you for it. But you're reflecting back to them how happy you are, how in your truth you're living, how free you are. And you're reflecting to them, I want to be that too. So you're helping, okay? So I love you guys. Keep on keeping on, my loves. It's time to come fully out of your cave. It's time to shine, not to hide. No more hibernation, okay? Express yourself fully, and you shall be rewarded tenfold. 1,000,000-fold, okay? I love you guys. Mwah.